I'd rather feeling black than African American. Because Africans don't even fuck with us.
Wow.
Because they don't.
And Americans do?
Well, you're American, Mace. You're born American. When you go to the Olympics, and when I say
Yeah.
African American, you go over there, they call us Yankees and all that. They fuck with us, but we're not from the motherland. We're from America. So I'd rather say I'm a black American. When we go to the Olympics as a country, and somebody black is fighting from the United States, you don't say African American, you say American. You don't even put a color on it. It's an American fighter fighting a European fighter, or China or Japanese or anything. You're known in the Olympics as an American. It doesn't matter what color you are. You're an American fighting against somebody from Cameroon or Senegal, whatever. The point being is they don't categorize it when it's world competition, but when it's other shit, it needs to be categorized. So I consider myself a black American. I don't consider myself African American. And shout out to all my niggas in Africa. Much love. But y'all don't consider us real Africans.
Yo, what's good, people? We back. Had to come through, man. Had to come through, right? Because Killer Cam got a clip going viral from his show where he says, I'd rather be called black than African American. Now, I saw this a while ago where it seemed like it, and I be trying to talk about the same point. I actually saw another clip from Smokey Robinson years ago. Smokey Robinson was like, not smoking that smoke, he was like, he'd rather be called a black American than be called African American. You know what I'm saying? And this is a thing where, you know, the pushback on it is going to come from, mostly it's going to come from African Americans. It's not going to be a lot of Africans saying that you're not, and that you're black, you're not African, you're not African American, you're black, or you're not black, you're African American. You're not going to get that pushback from them mostly. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, with the individually. But for the most part, the pushback is going to be coming from African Americans. And I hate to say that like we're separating or dividing a group. This is all the United States fault. It's all the United States fault, which they haven't paid for, which they haven't corrected yet. Because us having the debate about our own identity is their fault. You know, they didn't account for, you know, them not being in power one day. But I'd rather be called a black American today because that is more, you know, fits. That's like more realistic about who I actually am. And I believe a lot of people are like that, especially now today, where you have the influx, like, you know, there were just like 16,000 people that crossed the border coming from Senegal and Mozambique and Zambia and everything like that. They just did that. You know what I'm saying? Like yesterday or some shit like that. So I'm not coming from Senegal. I've never been to Senegal or Mozambique or Zambia or Nigeria or Ghana. I've never been there. I've never been to Africa, period. So to identify me as, you can identify everybody in the world as African. You know what I'm saying? African American. Elon Musk is African American. You get what I'm saying? That's why the African American shit is very tricky. It's very tricky. You know what I'm saying? If you just want to say African American, we can't lie and say, like, do you know how many white people live in Africa? They're born in Africa. They'll say they're more African than me. You know, and they'll be right. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't born in Africa. But, you know, we've heard it. I've heard it all throughout the years when you're growing up and you're in these not just growing up, but when you're in these situations, like, you know what I'm saying, because it happens everywhere, you know, and you're amongst black people and Africans at the same time. Yeah, you know, from a distance, a lot of us are going to look the same from a distance, but you know, you can tell the difference, you know what I'm saying, when you get close. But then you're a Yankee. You're a Yankee. You know what I'm saying? Do you know that being a Yankee, that's in every African country. Every African country identifies Negroes, black. I say Negroes because when I say Negroes, you know exactly who I'm talking about. There's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no question about who I'm talking about when I say Negroes. But Black Americans, like, they're called Negroes in every African country. Called Yankees in every African country. In every Caribbean country, they're called Yankees. We're called Americans and Yankees in all these other countries by those people. You know what I'm saying? Not disrespecting those people at all. I'm just saying that's what it is. Yes, I am from America. Like, it's to the point now where I don't deny that shit at all. I'm way more proud of that shit than a lot of people, because I'm like, yes, dog, I had shoes when I grew up, dog. I know what I'm saying, my first pair of shoes didn't come at 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? And that's no disrespect, that's just what it is. You know? And we have the cultural difference. I believe it's disrespect. Like, look at this cover right here. You know what I'm saying? The 100 greatest African Americans. Like, I don't know whoever came up with this book, the 100 greatest African Americans. That's disrespectful. But they got Marcus Garvey on the cover of this book. Do you know how many times I've been in yo, I don't know what it was, I don't know what happened, but when Sean Paul came out with Give Me the Light, I never seen so many Jamaicans. I never seen the representation of Jamaica before. But once Sean Paul dropped Give Me the Light, it was like it was over. You know what I'm saying? So once that happened, it was like, I'm Jamaican. I'm not black. So like it's even more of a difference. I'm Jamaican. I'm not black. I'm Jamaican. I'm not African American. We just saw the vice president when she was running for vice president. They called her Jamaican African. She's a Jamaican African. I never heard that combination before. But Marcus Garvey was born in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? When the U.S. was done with him, they sent him back to Jamaica. You know? So he's Jamaican. He's not an African American. Whoever had this book definitely had an agenda. You know? Rosa Parks, her father was Jewish. So it's a weird thing when you say African American. African American is almost like it's kind of like what you know what I'm saying, what killed hip hop. Not you know what I'm saying, hip hop is like, can be revived, but right now it's looking nasty. You know, because this African American shit is like some all inclusive, like we all one. I am Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. Matter of fact, if you celebrate Kwanzaa, you African American. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, you know what I'm saying? I watched a couple of documentaries on Kwanzaa, and it was all from the early 90s. It was all like before Pac and Big died. I think after Pac and Big died, nobody celebrated Kwanzaa no more. But it's like that, the African American, the branding of it came out in '88. So of course, celebrating of Kwanzaa was heavy in the early 90s. And so you have to realize and remember, African American, this shit didn't come out till '88. You know? So being a black American is like, but as the times change, fits what you are. You know what I'm saying? Fits the description more. If you were born in America, you know what I'm saying, you're black. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny, right? Because when you look at applications and everything like that, what they'll do is they say black, non-Hispanic, black non-African. You know what I'm saying? There's no black American on that checklist. We have to check that black non-African box, black non-Hispanic. You know what I'm saying? So I'm starting to wonder the difference. I really wonder the difference of what that means and how that looks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start, you know what I'm saying, just trying stuff out on applications. But being black and being African American, is it the same thing? It can be. It can be, but it's really about what your purpose is and what you're trying to accomplish. Who's calling you? What is the perception of you? You know what I'm saying? Because trust me, if you're outside on the corner and everything like that, you know what I'm saying, they're not going to call you an African American. They're going to call you black. When you get arrested, you know what I'm saying, when you go to jail, they put B/M, black male. That's what they put. When you they don't put African American male. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in the they'll put, matter of fact, this is how it goes. They'll put African American in the statement they write on you, but when you go to jail, it's just B/M. You know, so this is all America's fault. America has to pay for this, for us having this discrepancy. It's all America's fault. So I'm gonna go and get out of here on this one, man. But you know, we black.